G'day folks, and welcome back to the channel for episode number 21 of my Beginner's Primal Strike Elementalist playthrough. Last episode, I kind of put a pause on all of the quests at the end and went and tried to farm a new weapon. Hallelujah everybody, I got one. So this one is technically a small upgrade, and I'm just going to go ahead and use it. The other thing I found as well is the mythical Dawn Shard Hauberk, which I'm probably butchering the pronunciation of. But this is an upgrade to what I have. It's just 9 levels away from being usable. But I'm going to hang on to that, and we'll swap that in. The other thing I wanted to check is for some lightning damage augments. And I've got this one here, which is probably the one I'll end up going with at the end as well, Sky Shard Powder. This has got flat lightning damage, it's got percent lightning damage, and it's got offensive ability. So this goes on rings and amulets, so I'm going to want 3 of those. At least. I'll probably end up getting more. The other thing to look at is maybe some of the other armor on here. Like +3 to Static Strike, I think is Demolitionist. I'm pretty sure that's a Fire Strike modifier. But +3 to Stormcaller's Pact is decent. It's probably better than... Well, no, it's definitely not better than +1 to all skills. So I won't be using that. And then if we have a look at the shoulders on here as well, it's an armor downgrade. Yeah, I'm not going to use that either. But I do need a new augment for my weapon, because this one here, Dermapteran Chitin it's okay, it's decent for leveling, but I don't need the piercing. I don't need the stun resistance. So all this is 8% increased armor, which is, it's okay, but I could have 90% lightning damage and 8% health, and there's probably other ones as well, but I'm going to use this one for now, and I'll worry about checking, you know, which augment is the best one later, but this is a good one. That's all I'll say for now. I'm going to keep the add-on, chuck that on my new wacky stick, add the augment. And these I'm going to hang on to until I hit level 90, and then probably forget that I have them. But the plan is that I will apply them onto whatever rings and amulet I have at the time. Now I also got a couple of other items, and we do have Transmute available here, or sorry, Dismantle. Now, generally speaking, you can spend a dynamite to blow up a hat. A blue item is not going to be worth it. Purple item, however, I'm aware I have no dynamite. Purple items do give you rare crafting ingredients, I would say semi-regularly. It's not going to be every time, you will still get scrap. So if you wanted to get rid of any excess purples that you don't keep for some reason, you can absolutely do that. Me, I just sell them. There was a while there where I dismantled or exploded every single purple item that I wasn't going to use or keep. This was after my phase of keeping everything, because I didn't know what was good. So there was a while there where I would detonate most of the purple items I found. And what I found was I had piles of scrap and, you know, maybe 1 or 2 extra other things. So I wasn't too fussed about it. It's quite expensive in terms of dynamite. You'll probably end up paying, you know, 3 dynamite and like 6,000 or 7,000 iron bits for each of the rare components that you actually get. So it's up to you if you want to bother. I generally don't, I'll just vendor them. This little rant didn't come out of nowhere either. Someone left a comment on a previous video basically saying, you know, is there something to do with the leftover purples that you find? So that's my answer. You can detonate them for a chance at rare crafting materials, but often it's just not really worth it. Okay, so I have the quest to... I think I have the quest now for Laria. Did I actually pick it up? Yes, at the bottom there. I have the quest for dealing with Laria the Hexer. Now, I have a whole bunch of Coven quests ready to go, and I'm already at Revered with Coven. So siding with Laria and being, you know, buddy-buddy with the Coven doesn't really gain me anything. Barrowholm, however, they like me, but there's all of this bar still left to fill up. So, unfortunately for Laria, the fact that my bar is not full means she gets to die. Skov sends his regards. Goodbye. So, there we go. Unfortunate for Laria, but hey, I'm back down to Honored with the Coven. However, I have a bunch of quests ready to turn in for them anyway, so it's whatever. Yeah, they're going to be a little bit miffed that I killed their friend, but also they're going to be super happy that I bought back their little fetish from Skov, and so they'll just go back to loving me again anyway. Right, Skov, oh that's the, yeah, okay. So we talked to Skov here. She will not trouble anyone, tell me more, blah blah blah. I will gather the hearts. Before I do that, and I should have done this before I turn that quest in, but you know me. Mr. Forgetful here. We're going to go over here to my good friend Egrid, and we're going to buy the writ. Then we're going to use the writ. I'm going to sell all this stuff to Egrid here. And I don't think I'm going to find any lightning damage stuff here. Turns out I'm wrong-ish. I didn't expect to find those. But I'm not going to use them anyway. But it was worth checking. Okay, so we've got a bunch of stuff to turn in at the Coven. Let's go do that. If for no other reason than... Actually, do we do it now? This is a lot of XP. And what I'm thinking now is that the Malmouth Resistance is coming up on Honored. I'm nowhere near it yet. I'll just do it now, it's fine. I was thinking we wait until we get the XP pots from Malmouth. But that's going to be forever. There we go, that's the best we've got. Alright, what do you have in mind? I think I need Ancient Heart for this one. Ogdenbloom, okay. So if I just come down here and get one Ogdenbloom. There we go, quest progress complete. We can talk to Garadia here. And next quest, thank you very much. What do we got now? Olgrim's Keepsake, no. Speak to Bacilla, no. That's the 3 Wendigos. While we're here, or while I'm looking at this list, let's go talk to Amara. Or Amala Torvin, over here. And get our 48,000 XP and... is that attribute reset? Devotion. No, it is attributes. It's a good potion anyway. Guardian Cinder. That was for rescuing the witches, I think. Right, let's go turn that in. Then I am going to go and kill the three Wendigos for their hearts, because that is more XP, and it's also Barrowholm reputation, which I want. So we're going to go for a little bit of a run through the swamp. I've farmed these things so many times. They're very easy to find if you know where to look. And if they're not at the places you know, then you just reset and they will spawn at those places next time, perhaps. Alright, do need to keep my eyes open for Chupacabra, as I mentioned last episode, probably too many times. He is in play, as it were. Also have some skill points to spend, which... all this stuff is pretty good. Let's have a look in demo. I am tempted to just chuck a whole bunch of points into Vindictive Flame here for the regen. I think I'm going to do that. Alright, here we go. We've got a Trapped Wraith. This is one of the quest NPCs, we'll call them. You come up here, and then if you head directly, sort of directly south, you'll find the other one. I think there's one Chupacabra spawn location that I'm going to go a little bit close to, but otherwise I shouldn't see him in this little section here. Where is my foot? I think that's the foot there, so I want to go past the foot because of this. For anyone who's wondering what I'm talking about with a foot, if you have a look on the map, this is very much a foot shape. This is the big toe, this is the little toe, here's the heel. Someone's walking around here. You could also say it's the left eyeball, and there's the smile, there's your right eyeball. There's all sorts of patterns you can find in the map, and probably none of them were intentional. But hey, it's good fun, right? Alright, so Trapped Wraith number 2 goes down. I haven't seen Kuba spawn, which is, you know, it's fine. I'm not here for him after all. Let's go turn this in. We've got a bunch of quests here. I think we have 2 more after this. Oh, we still have the 3rd one to kill. There's definitely the fight in the middle of town. That might be it, actually. It might only be the 1 more. Either way, I'm going to just do them all. They're worth decent XP. The reputation is semi-worthless at this point, but that's okay. Fastest growing plants in the history of Cairn. Alright, and we just really need the Basilisk at the end. Do they actually attack her or not? I don't think they do. Moss Flinger. Here's the Basilisk, and he's corrupted, just for fun. So unlike the other characters I'm playing at the moment, I'm actually not scared of the Aether Pools on the ground on this character. Ridiculous amounts of regen. I mean, what do we got here? 4,500 a second. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, so we picked up a Avatar of Mercy. Okay. So this is actually a really good amulet. I don't actually have any more questions for you. This amulet, it doesn't have +1 to skills. What it does have is a bunch of resistances. So this is the equivalent of, what, 102, 109, 139% resistances on 1 item, which is really good. I'm splitting that 3 ways for the elemental. You get a bunch of crowd control resistances, and you get +4 to maximum all res. Now, if you go from 80 to 84%, that's a 20% reduction in the amount of damage you take. So this is really good. And I'm not going to wear it. Oh, it also has a circuit breaker, you know, just for fun. I'm not going to wear it, but it is very, very good. I'm going to keep my Zarya's Pendant of Mending. Although I probably shouldn't, let's be honest. Let's go ahead and get rid of these. So this is Zarya's Pendant is +1 to all skills in Shaman, effectively +4 to Mogdrogan's Pact. And then very minor bonuses. I probably should go and farm another one of those with some decent stuff on it, but I think that can be for another episode. Although we're going to end up using the Altos amulet anyway, so yeah, whatever. I'll hang on to that. I may throw this on just for, I don't know, fighting Kaiman or fighting Korvac or something like that. Something that's a little bit dangerous. Alright, what do we got? Right, 3 Wendigos. So we're off to Gloomwald. I'm going to do my normal farming run here just because I want to, and also because you'll hit most of the points where he can spawn if you just do this. Also, decent chance we run into Kuba through here. There's like 4 spawn points in this little section. And I did just see the little chug that sometimes means it's checking to spawn one. A nemesis, that is. Looks like I may have been mistaken, but that's fine. No treasure trove, no totem. And actually no Kuba. So, in this little section, he has a spawn point here, over here, and up here. And I think there's a 4th one in this little box. But, he's not there this time. Alright, here is Handaroth. Now, he's the only one who can spawn in this little section here, so once he dies, I don't actually need to be here, but, you know, I like loot, so I'm gonna run the full farming route anyway. Just a note, if you're playing a pet Kabbalist, this is a really good way to farm these Wendigo Gazers. This is the first one that dropped, and I got Warding of the Untamed, which, I mean, it's not perfect, but it's pretty good. You could use that in your level 100 build, no problem at all. Okay, any stars in there? Nope, you're just regular cannibals. So I'll head down here. Guaranteed treasure trove. Potential totem. Looks like I did indeed win the totem lottery this time, so I get the ancient spirit totem over there. I think I called it an aether warp totem at one point, but it's definitely a spirit totem. There's my treasure trove. There's my guaranteed blue item that's... Turns. Not great. Alright, here we go. So we got a whole bunch of skeletal whatevers, and we're just going to blow them up, basically. Let's turn the loot off so I can see what's going on. Well, I mean, a little bit. There's a lot of special effects on this build. Okay, and we basically didn't win much of anything. Seal of Resonance, it's actually not bad. That's not bad. Elemental damage is not exactly what I want. I want the seal of the Sky, I think it is, with the lightning damage on it. But I don't have that one yet, so we'll just stick with the Amber for now. Do we have Avarice? We do have Avarice today. So Avarice Levine here is going to sing us a lovely little song. She does have friends around. Are they going to heal her? Survey says... No. Okay. As you can see, she has this gun. Now, turns out this particular gun was kind of crap. But if she'd had a better gun... I have had her just one-shot characters out of nowhere before, so... This one's acid. It's only got a little bit of acid stuff on it. Actually spawned with a physical prefix, and Onslaught is attack speed, I guess, but... she can have some very scary mods on that gun, similar to Bolvar, similar to the Chthonian Tyrants. She does get to shoot you with that. Although I think she's mostly a caster. But I've definitely been kind of one shot out of nowhere from her before. So just be careful with her. She's definitely not the scariest thing in the world, but yeah, she can ruin your day for sure. Alright, what do we get here? No heroes, okay. This little section here often will have anywhere from 1 to... I think I've seen 5, but let's just say 1 to 3. Because I'm not confident in saying 5. But you can have a bunch of heroes in that little section there. Come this way, mostly for the treasure trove, but this little tree log, or whatever we're going to call it. The stump, there we go. Words are hard. That's worth hitting for the Ugden Blooms. Do I get Kuba? No. Or at least not there. He's been a little bit shy lately. I don't know why. He always used to jump out from behind every bush on my previous characters. I think he knows I want him now. He knows I want to kill him. Alright, and this area also a little bit rippy, or at least can be. Not today. Wendigo Eye of Squalls. No. Alright, so we're done here. We've got the Handaroth, which is who we came here for. Next stop is going to be back to the Coven. And if we just run out of the Coven, pretty much like we were heading towards the Ancient Grove, we're not heading to the Ancient Grove, but sort of that direction. And then turn north. We want to head to sort of this area here. There is a potential totem up there. There's a potential Kuba spawn on the way, so I'm going to hit that. Actually, I think I've already kind of been close enough that he should have spawned if he was going to. I think maybe he's over this way. We'll go have a look anyway. Just because, like I said, I kind of want to fight him on this build. It's probably a horrible idea that I'm going to regret later, but he's not there anyway, so it's fine. There is my Yuvaloth? Yeah, Yuvaloth. So this is the place I come to for Yuvaloth. I know there's another spot sort of over here, or at least over that way. But if you don't want to remember multiple locations for these guys, just come to the location you know. There was another Kabbalist's Wendigo Gaze. This is also quite good. The Dream is the Kabbalists of Binding, I think, or Kabbalists of the Untamed for the Pet Kabbalist. But yeah, if you don't want to remember multiple locations for him, just come here. He's not here. Okay, exit the menu, come back in. Check here again. Eventually he will be there. And then the third one, I usually just go to Barrowholm. We've got a Kuba spawn point right here, so let's see if he wants to come out to, I'm gonna say play, but really it's come out to die. Not today, he's not here. Okay, so I'm checking here, and it looks like this is a no, but on this little island, then we go down here, and this is where I usually find him, if I'm looking for him. There's also a potential totem here. Yeah, he's here today. So, winner, chicken, or, you know, Wendigo dinner. Olivioth. Alright, that's going to be all three of my Wendigo gays having Wendigos. Now, at this point, you can go and turn that quest in. So you've got 1, 2, and 3 hearts. What you can also do, if you want to farm any of the Wendigo medals, don't turn it in. They will show up on your map as a star, and so you can farm them a lot easier if you don't happen to remember exactly where they live. I'm going to go turn it in, because I kind of know where they live anyway. But it's definitely something you can do, is just don't turn it in, and just keep farming them. That's how I ended up getting the triple rare medal for my Kabbalist. Definitely a long farm, because you need a lot of luck to get a triple rare at all, and then to get the correct ones as well is going to take even longer. But if that's something you want to do, then that's how I would recommend to do it. Alright, Kuba's not coming out, so I'm going to go turn this in, and then we will get on with getting on. Right. So we'll turn this in. I'm not going to pick a Ravager to spawn, because I may wish to do a different one later.
Can't do that yet.
I'm pretty sure you can't swap. Once you've done the quest, I think you're stuck with the one you have. If you want the easy one, I'm pretty sure it's Tyvold. Okay, what do we get? Iskandra's Balance, and I already know it. Anatonic of Reshaping, that's pretty good. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you pick Tyvold here, he is the Ravager of Flesh, which should be the easiest one. I'm not going to do that just yet. Also, I say it's the easiest, that doesn't mean it's easy. It's still going to be a very hard fight. It's still a Celestial, it's literally a god. So don't try and fight it in your leveling gear. You need to have a proper endgame build to fight these things. Which I don't. This build definitely can kill them, but not as it is. You need to farm all the gear for it at the end. Right. With that little bit of waffling out of the way, let's head on through the Chaos Rift. Now, one thing you want to make sure you have going through here is Vitality Resistance. I'm only 6% over. I don't like that. Chaos Res is fine. Fire is the other one you want to have, which, I mean, with the gear I'm wearing is absolutely no issue. 6% over in Vitality is not great. It means every time I kill one of the bloodletters that explode and shred your resistances when they die, every time I do that, I will be taking extra damage from most of the things that are in this rift. So if I was a smart man, which, I mean, I hope you all know by now that I'm not. If I was a smart man, I would go back to town and I would get a Vitality Potion, because it's just this one, well, 2 areas. The Vitality Potion will last long enough to get me through, and then after that I don't need it anymore. But I'm kind of feeling a bit like a cowboy today, so yeah, let's go. We're just gonna wing it, and it'll probably be fine anyway. This is not the attitude you want for hardcore. But hey, it's not fun if there's no risk, right? Right? Alright, Wendigo Barb, Wendigo Gaze. Let's pop the portal, and we'll head on in. Now I'm going to go check for the Exalted Stash in here. If I don't find it at the first point, I'm going to be honest, I don't remember where the other ones are, so I'm just going to miss out. And yep, it's not here. So this big helmet skull thing here, I'm not sure why I called that a helmet. Anyway, this skull here, you'll have a big glowing red chest here if you get this particular spawn location. Obviously don't, so I don't. Let's get rid of these guys at the back here. Immovable Obsidian Defender of Barricades. That sounds like a beast of a shield. I mean, it's not, because durable is the prefix you want on a shield, but that's still not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, I see that little tyrant over there on my right. I do want to kill him. Go. Just make sure he's not hitting me with anything particularly nasty. And then let's go through here. That's actually a decent number of heroes all in one spot. And my life bar is moving. Let's just check my resistances. They're fine, actually. Yeah, okay, I guess I didn't get any of the ones that were shredding my resistances. I'm going to check up here in the top left, because I have a feeling that's another spot where the Exalted Stash can spawn. I'm not confident in this one. I don't come through here more than sort of once on a character. So, yeah, it looks like I'm wrong, let's just say. That's right, let's get out of here. Now, all this stuff here on the ramp, you don't have to fight this, you can just run past it. I kind of want to kill this guy. Although reflective is not great. Anyway, there he goes. Didn't have a weapon, so he didn't hit very hard. And let's jump on through. From the Desolate Wastes into the Void's Edge. You can fight all this stuff. I'm gonna just kind of not. And I'm gonna get to the scary part in here. Technically there's two scary parts, but I'm only gonna fight one of them. I believe I fought Old Mate in normal with this character. I'm not going to spend the time on ultimate. Also, I'm a little bit scared of him, let's be honest. As much as I am cowboying this up and just, you know, Leroying into things, it's not a good idea. Alright, so this is Eket Zul. He lives just on the other side of this erupting crystal head thing. He does a lot of fire damage. He'll put a volcano on the floor, which can shotgun you. When he leans forward and flaps his wings at you, that's his sunder. And that's kind of it. So if we just honestly just go kill him. So watching for him to lean forward and flap his wings. There it is. Next time he leans forward, it's going to be the volcano. Oh. He did cast a volcano, but then he ran out of hit points. And his volcano is nowhere near as scary as the one from Gargle Balls. But it can still shotgun you if you're standing right in the middle of that and all of those projectiles hit you at the same time. It can be scary. The one from Gargle Balls will actually do percentage health damage, which is why that one is so scary. This one ain't so bad. And apparently the Gargle Balls one got nerfed as well, because I seem to remember it doing either 13 or 19% health damage for each little projectile. But last time I looked, it was like half of that. Maybe it didn't get nerfed and I'm just misremembering. Alright, so Ulgrim, if you want to fight him, this is a good build to do it on. But if you don't want to fight him, then don't click on the attack option. He is basically a demigod, and he's kind of similar to what the Taken is becoming. So he is quite powerful. If you want to see me fight him, go watch the normal run through here. I haven't fought him enough to really sort of run through what he does, but he's, from memory, he's basically a Nightblade. You're getting healed from somewhere. Everybody else is dead, so you should go down easy now. There we go. Alvaric's Rebuke. I swear I pick that thing up every 10 minutes. Should make a build based on that. And watch it never drop. Alright, so we are heading north here. Now, the Void Taskmasters or whatever, they have an aura, or they can have an aura, which reduces your max HP by about a quarter. So if you go back, well, there you go, 15,000, and once this guy dies, it'll go back up to 19. There we go. So be aware of that. It's potentially brings you down into one-shot territory, which obviously you don't want. And we're at the other side. Now, Ulgrim's kind of hiding here, but don't forget to talk to him, otherwise you'll have to come back. Not that it's a long walk from the Rift Gate, but you will have to come back. Okay, Vindictive Flame, that's about as much as we're going to get out of that. I think I'm going to put more points into Ulzorn's Wrath here. I just like having this here. The extra damage is really nice, and also the reduced target's damage whenever it triggers, which is every 3 seconds? Doesn't have a timer on it. Okay. It's pretty much whenever you get hit by someone who's not in range to take the melee hit. I mean, you can see the yellow lightning come out. 1, 2, 3. It's fairly regular if you're being attacked. And everything that gets hit by that just does less damage. And then it zaps them again before that falls off, so that pretty much anyone who's near you is going to have 20% less damage. Which is really good. If you put more into it, obviously you get more out of it. I think mine's up to 23%, which effectively means I take, well, 23% less damage. But if I didn't have it, I'd be taking 33-ish% more. That's 33.3 recurring, of course, percent. Not sure why the Leroy memes are coming today, but apparently I've got it on the brain. Alright, last little section with Chthonians down here at the bottom of the exit ramp. And then we will be full-time Ethereals, and I'm seriously considering swapping that amulet for a, or actually the amulet and the medal for Aether Souls. Although, don't know if I have enough Aether Shards to do that. Could definitely farm them up. But while you're in the Aether City, it's probably not a bad idea to have less damage taken from Ethereals. We're not there yet though, and we do have this lovely little totem to take care of. 51% vitality. That's not great. Fortunately, they're all dead at this time. What do we get? Gut Crush, I don't care. Fate Weaver's Mantle. That's actually not horrible. It's not great, but it's not horrible. We don't do a huge amount of fire damage. So converting basically no fire damage to Aether, I don't care. Chance to avoid projectiles. The Aether damage. I mean, I'm not going to use it because the Divine Steel Shoulders are actually better. But it's certainly not horrible. Alright, let's keep heading north here, and we're looking for the tap. This guy's shredding my HP total. Superior of Alacrity, just getting hit by that. I'm surprised I didn't notice my health bar really moving at all. And that's actual genuine surprise. I'm shocked I tell you. If you didn't get your totem where I did, could be here. And we'll just keep going north here. I'm looking for the red portal. I do want to do that while I'm out here. I'm also looking for Shaluthal? Shaluthal? Sure, interesting name. Just because... Mostly Barrowholm, actually. So Barrowholm here, killing Chthonians, they love it. So I'm trying to get them up to Revered, and this is an easy way to do it. So we've got, what, 3 heroes here? 3 heroes, I think. I definitely should go and farm the Warden's lab for crystals here as well. I'm running around without an Aether Shard, or an Aether Cluster, sorry, which I don't like. So I am tempted, but I think we do this first. So into, I can click on it, into the rift. Now I've come in here in the bottom, which is actually a pretty good spot. I can go up the right-hand side here, and that will find me the NPC that I'm actually here to kill. And it can also find me the NPC that I'm probably most worried about fighting in here. Let's just see how close we can get. Yeah, should be fine. I don't want to go too far sort of inland here, because Dravis is Thrall here. This is who I'm actually here to kill. Now we can spread the love a bit. Well, hello there, Gabalthoon. We're just going to kill everybody by accident while I'm fighting Gabalthoon here. Alright, Witchblades, Rylock Crest. Do we want to go... Where is it? That one. So we could go Vitality, Primal Strike. We're not going to. We could. Demonic of Protection's not a bad one to use for that. Alright, the thing I was kind of worried about fighting in here is now dead, so I'm pretty happy to just run around. There is a treasure trove in here. I want to say there's an Exalted Stash, but I could be misremembering that. And then there's a quest in that rift, which I'm not going to do. And unless you're playing a Kabbalist and you want the belt from that quest, I would recommend not doing it just yet. So the reason for that will become apparent in Forgotten Gods. Actually, I'll just tell you now, so as you know why I say not to do it. The quest down there is to free a couple of Chthonian cultists. That was our treasure trove, by the way. And if you free them, then the encounter on the bottom floor of the Temple of... is it Atef? Temple of Abid. Which would be 3 hero-type monsters that are really good for grinding reputation with the 3 witch god cults, will instead be 1 Chthonian. So if you've got Revered with all 3 of the witch cults, then it doesn't matter. But if you don't, that is the best place in the game, in my opinion, for farming reputation for them. And so I would recommend not doing the quest here until you have done that, basically. Of course, I'm not your dad, you do as you like. But that's why I don't do this quest until later, if at all. Right, where did we come out? Okay, we're directly... same place, actually. So this is the tap that I was talking about, this little water section here. If you have a look at the shape of it on the map, it kind of looks like, you know, here's the wall, here's the tap, water comes out here, this is where the twisty part goes. If you prefer to think of it as a Y, or, you know, a massive dong on the map, whatever, just remember the shape. Whatever's easiest for you. At the bottom of that is the camp with the first portal. Then from there you head north, pretty much directly north. You want to go a little bit off to the left, or I guess that's west if we're using compass notation. But pretty much directly north of that you'll find, I may have just gone past it, yep, you'll find the second location, or potential location for the portal. And then from there you want to head more or less due east, or right, for the third one. And, I mean, I've already found it. I know the third one is not where I need to go, but just in case. Well, here's Dela, who we will be coming back to later. I'm going to drop a rift here and try, probably fail, but I'm going to try not to go anywhere and clear that rift until I'm done. But if you do find her, you can head directly south, and here's the third location for those portals, and there is only 3, so I guess that's directly east of the tap. Alright, we are done fighting Chthonians. Let's go fight a whole bunch of ethereals instead. Anyone here got any Aether Clusters? Alright, so we're trying to get into the city here. There's usually only the one way in. And it's not hard to find it. It's not hard at all. You just keep beating up ethereals until you find it, and yeah, it'll be fine. Watch as I can't find it now. Alright, I'm gonna kill all of these, and then we are going to head into the city and go spelunking in their sewers. Okay, I think I found the correct way in. Now, in this little section here, you've got a whole bunch of ethereals, and also, potentially, Flamon Blue, who I'm just going to kill if he crawls out of the ground, but maybe I can show him. I don't think he's here. There's a couple different places he can spawn, and he's for the Lokar quest. And if you kill him by accident, then you can't get to Lokar in this session, you have to restart. Delete your character, start from... No, I'm kidding, Don't delete your character. Alright, I'm going into the Burning Cellar here, and Turnox is going to be just around the corner, or potentially not, depending on where he, she, it, they, whatever, has spawned. And I do want to kill Turnox, because, again, made out of reputation, and I'm not revered with the Resistance yet. Not here today. Can spawn pretty much directly in the middle of these poles. Do remember dynamite in here. Scrap pile, probably another dynamite. Maybe not today. But there's a lot of scrap piles in here. There's a lot of boxes in here. And there's usually a kind of fancy chest here. This one's a little bit fancy, but sometimes you get a hidden spoils, or heroic spoils, I think they call them. But you can get a much fancier chest there. So if you're looking to farm dynamite, that can be a good spot to go, because it's close-ish to a rift gate, and it's also potentially like 7 dynamite in there. I've had 7 one time, usually 1 to 3. And if you're farming Turnox for the Krieg boots, then it's decent to just stock up, I guess, while you're here. Speaking of Turnox, she was in the middle section here. Didn't drop the Krieg boots, which, who cares? Not playing a Death Knight. Or an Aether build, rather. What do we get? So we got the Ember Grip, Handguards, which, don't care. And Galewind Treads, which also kind of don't care. So I'm pretty much done in here. I'm just going to grab the book over here, which is the actual reason I came in here. So the old lectern here. Grab Dravis's letter. And then we're done. And we'll go ahead and leave through the other door, not the one you came in through, although you can. Just head on out this way. And this is going to put us very close to the next Rift Gate, which we will use to go back and talk to Dela and get a bunch of XP. We will also get Blaze Heart from doing that, which is potentially a decent dagger for, I think it's fire, like melee fire strike. But, it's a decent fire dagger, put it that way. Crew Malice here trapped me in time by the looks of it, or just frozen. Anyway, they're all dead. So, this Rift Gate, I'm going to turn the loot off here, just because I know there's going to be a decent number of things come crawling out of this rift. And we're going to light the place up so we can't see anything even with the loot off. But once this all dies, there we go. Ulgrim comes through. And just let me deal with these idiots first. Hang on. There we go. Alright. We can talk to him and we can accept his quest. And wonder of wonders, I didn't clear my rift, so let's go talk to Dela. And we have all of the quest items for her quests. So there's one. What do we do now? Found something, and she will give you Blaze Heart. Now, she always gives you Blaze Heart. You get 1 Blaze Heart per character, and you can't get another one. This, as far as I'm aware, doesn't drop anywhere else. But yeah, it's not bad. Vitality and Chaos convert to fire. +2 to Fire Strike, Necro Oathkeeper. It's not bad. It's not bad. If you're doing a fire build, it's an easy, good legendary item to go and farm. Alright, we are done with her quests. And I am full on loot, so I'm going to go and sell all this, and then I'm going to head into the sewers. Like I said, we'll go spelunking in the sewers. Alright, what was I keeping? Not green stuff, that's for sure. How about you? You are actually pretty good. You are more armor than the Shortness of Barbaros. You are chance to avoid melee. You are more physical resistance. You are Aether and Chaos resistance. And, well, Battlecry is really good, actually. How is my attack speed? I haven't looked at that for a while. 145%, that's really bad. I'm going to keep the Choices of Barbaros, even though I definitely should not. This has got more Fizz, more Aether, more Chaos. More chance to avoid melee attacks. No. Rotmender's Helmet can go. Chthonian Thread Sash, good for a Vitality caster, but not for this build. Can sell those. I'm gonna hang on to that. You only get one per character, so don't think I want any of this stuff. Yep, I think that's good. Okay, sell. Stonks are down. Sell everything. There we go. Sort the inventory out, and we'll run through the sewers real quick. Couple of extra reset potions. Everybody loves. Quickening gem. I'm gonna go sell that again. Right. Okay, inventory sorted. I'll hang on to this in my personal stash, and that should be good. Right, there's almost no chaos damage in the city of Malmouth. Like, nothing in there does chaos damage by default, but you can get, I think they're corrupted, or I think it's corrupted. Corrupted's Aether. There's some affix you can get on rares or on heroes that can have them do chaos damage, so you don't want to go having low chaos resistance. 30% over is probably more than you need, and these Black Tallows give 16, so I could pretty happily, if I'd swap those pants, I would be able to do this really easily. I could quite happily swap... Oh wait, that's... No, never mind. Alright, give me one of those. How many... Okay, change of plans. We're gonna go bash the Warden's laboratory a few times. I'm going to put Aether Souls on my amulet and also on my pants. And to do that, I need something like 20 Aether Crystals. I'm also kind of hoping for 1 or 2 Aether Clusters in here, because I don't have one, and it's my go-to panic button on my hardcore characters. It feels weird not having one on button 7. It's kind of like going to school without your pants on, you know, you don't, it's uncomfortable. Not that I ever went to school without pants, but you know what I mean. So I'm going to hope for some clusters, but also... Oops. What do you mean I can't jump through a wall of coffins? Yeah, we're here for the crystals, so if we get crystals, great. If I get a cluster, even better. And if not, well, that's what the reset is for. I think I'll have to do this run and then I should be good. But this is to get Aether Souls for my amulet and my medal, which will give me less damage taken from ethereals. Could also put a runestone. Nah, just kidding. Runestone's garbage. Actually, let me rephrase that. Runestone is really good, but it's competing with the Prismatic Diamond, and it loses by default on hardcore, in my opinion. The Prismatic Diamond is really, really good. I think both the Runestone and the Prismatic Diamond should be able to go on your chest, or maybe even just the Runestone. So as you can't have 2 Prismatic Diamonds, I guess. So if we leave the Prismatic Diamond only on the helmet, and then we let the Runestone go on the chest, then there's more than a There's more than 0% chance of me actually using one once I have access to a prismatic diamond. Let's put it that way. Okay, Revered with the Outcast. That's good. That's going to get us a couple of augments. I think we get Aether Resistance as an augment from that, and I want to say it's Fire and Lightning or Cold and Lightning. Might even just be straight Elemental. Okay. No Aether Clusters, unfortunately, but that is what it is. And now we need to... RIP Black Tallow. Let's keep the item here. Yeah. And on the amulet, we'll keep the item there as well. Okay, I did get a cluster. Beautiful. Let's go chuck that on number 7. I didn't even notice when that dropped. Apparently I'm really, really need one, because I'm not even paying attention. Okay, I want 2 Aether Souls here, which means I need 6 Wrathstones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we'll do a search for Aether Soul. 1, 2. Now these are not the best be-all and end-all augments, or components, sorry, for your amulet. What they are is really good, so 6% less damage from ethereals and aether corruptions, times 2, it probably doesn't add up. It's probably 6% less, then 6% less on top of that. It's probably going to work out to be about 10%. But it's still really good going into a city that's absolutely full of aether corruptions and ethereals. So let's chuck that on there as well. So yeah, I'm super happy to get that. And let's go bash some ethereals. Also, I was thinking that I had 2 black tallows. I was only using 1, so my chaos res is still positive. And we are good to go. Let's go run through the sewers. The movement skill back on here as well. Unasteria Storm Touch. That is one of the names of all time. And I probably spelled or pronounced it wrong, but whatever, she's dead, who cares? While I'm thinking about reputation, is there anyone else who hit Honored and needs a... No, I've only got 1 left. Needs a writ, is what I was trying to say. So only the Malmouth Resistance is left. There's level 89. This is the last time we will get 2 skill points for leveling up. From here on out, it's 1 per level. I'm going to put points into Olzwan's Wrath, obviously into Physique here. Offensive ability is actually not as bad as I was expecting, but it is lagging. The defensive ability is quite good because we're packing tons of points into Physique. That will change once we find all the gear. It's usually how I build characters. I don't know if this is something I read a while ago or something I worked out, but basically, when you have no gear, you have to make up your defensive ability and such by having extra physique. And then once you have gear, usually it comes with, you know, defensive procs, it comes with a lot more lifesteal because you're doing more damage. Once you have that, you can kind of get out of the physique dump because you don't really need the extra defenses from physique at that point. Doesn't mean you have to, but you can. So, most of my builds now, when I get to level 100, put the gear on, I usually will have only enough physique to wear the gear, and then, depending on what kind of damage I do, I will have either only enough spirit to wear my gear, and then everything else in cunning if I'm doing physical damage. And if I'm doing magical damage, then most of my points end up in spirit, just for extra damage. Because more damage equals more lifesteal. Also, dead things can't hurt you, so as long as you're not at risk of being one-shot, because you only have 10,000 health, in which case you probably need to rethink your entire build. But as long as you're not at risk of being one-shot, you don't really need physique. It's a really good safety net while you're leveling, though. Honestly, it's probably one of those rules where the rule is good, and if you don't know the reasons why you should break the rule or why you can break the rule, then you probably shouldn't break it. It's probably one of those kind of things. Anywho, physique is good. Let's just put it that way. But at some point, it's kind of holding you back. Because as I said, dead things can't hurt you, so if you kill them 10% faster because you have more damage, then you effectively have 10% more defense because they're dead now and they can't hurt you. Anyway, that was a nice little aside while I gradually zap my way through the sewers. I should have called this character Zeus or something. Just thinking about that. What did I name him? Sparky. Alright. I don't know what I was thinking. I was probably on the spot. Usually I think up character names before I start the first episode. I think I probably didn't have a name picked out when I did the first episode here, and I've just gone, Sparky. Definitely should have had some more imagination in that name. Anyway, we've made it through the sewers. I've been sent to help. Black Legion's on its way, and we'll talk to Ulgrim here and head on in. There we go. Almost missed the quest. How are we doing for time? We got a bit. We got a bit of time. What's left of your wares? Where are we up to? Still... No. Malmouth Resistance. Very close to Honored. As soon as I hit Honored, assuming I notice it, I'm going to come back here immediately and get that writ. Alright, so we're out in the Candle District. We've got 3 wagons to kill. We've got a... It's not Bolvar, it's Bolag. We've got a Bolag to kill. For a miracle, I've noticed the corpse wagon here this time. I don't know why. I clicked on it and he ran all the way around here and still didn't attack it. Anyway, it's dead, so... Guess it worked out in the end. Okay, and we'll kill this guy here because, again, he's made out of reputation. And I am still trying to get my Malmouth Resistance reputation. Which, yeah, I'm kind of... So I do plan on doing another hardcore achievement run at some point. Maybe soon after the expansion, or I might do it before then. But I think I'm going to include Elite in that because skipping Elite has some pretty serious consequences for reputation. And also, if you don't skip Elite, then for... To get into Ultimate, you really have to have your stuff on point. And it can be quite difficult to get there for a newer person or a newer player. So what I'm thinking is... How do I kill this guy? There we go. What I'm thinking is going through Elite definitely provides a much smoother ramp to getting kind of Ultimate ready. For someone who's been through a few times, or anyone who's using merits or anything like that, it's not an issue at all. You absolutely skip Elite. But for someone who's on their first character, or normally plays softcore, but they've decided they would like a little bit of hand-holding and help for getting the hardcore achievements or something like that, you want to make it as easy as you can for them, and as smooth as possible. So for that, I'd probably go through Elite. Right, let's see if Nico wants to die today. Don't mean any harm. Ooh, okay. I thought he was going to choose life. Turns out he didn't. Anyway, suicide by main character. Not the best way to go. Level 89. We can, I think, on some bosses now start getting the Altus set dropping too. If not now, then certainly very soon. So that'll be fun. I'm also going to probably going to end up making a 2 build guides out of this character. One for the two-handed version, and then another one for the dual-wield version with Stormrend, because I just find that really fun. So I'll probably end up doing 2 characters with this. And that'll be fun. No, it will actually be good. It's just tons of extra stuff to farm. There's another Aether Cluster. Getting 2 Stormrends is actually decently time-consuming, because they don't only drop from, I think it's Aether totems, but they have like a 3% chance or something like that from the correct totem, and then like basically no chance from anything else. What do we got? Seal of Shadows, no good. But yeah, dual wielding Elementalist is pretty good. It'll be similar to the cold converted Trickster I did. But I will of course do the two-handed version first, I think. Alright, what are we out here for? We want the wagons. I've come up this top section here because I know there's a dynamite here, and there's honestly no reason not to come and get it. Also, if you come down this back wall, there's a treasure trove spawn location. I think it's here, but it might be this next little section. Also, these mages, I think they have some shoulders that might be decent. That, if you didn't get it in normal, that's going to have a lore note in it. Here is my treasure trove, so pretty happy to see that. Ancient Heart is a decent drop, and Bramblevine is basically worthless. Alright, there's my second cart. So we've just got the one left, which will be kind of over towards the gate. Not quite, but kind of. As honored. Alright, immediately drop everything. We're heading back into the sewers. And we're getting that writ. Do not pass go, do not collect $200, do not turn in any quests. Make sure you get your writ first. So, writ of the people of Malmouth. Does not stack with mandates. Does not matter. So now once I start turning in all of these quests and whatnot, I will be getting bonus reputation. Every hero, every boss that I kill now, bonus reputation. And that's every faction, I think. I think I even bought the Outcast one, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Look at that. We've already hit Revered by accident. I think I did actually do some of her quests this time through, which I don't normally do. Okay. Pretty sure I don't actually want to go across the wall. So let's just head down here. Go up the top, I guess. Yeah, beautiful. Alright. So we'll come across here. Now, Bolag's going to be in this little section here. So is Primal, which is an interesting name. Here's Bolag, Keeper of the Gates. Unfortunately for him, he's in the way, so he's got to go. Also, unfortunately for him, he doesn't hit very hard. So he is no threat. Alright, let's pop the gates, and we'll go out and welcome the Black Legion into the city. Or at least, Inquisitor Creed. Okay, there we go. So the Black Legion is going to just kind of hang out on this bridge. And, we're going to go back to the sewers, turn a bunch of quests in. And then there's the fight outside for the Steelcap district. Why are you still... Oh, I didn't do the wagon. Derp. I think we can go there. That might be quicker. It's probably going to end up being about the same, actually, now that I'm thinking of it. Maybe a little quicker. So I need to get sort of over here. Let's go back down to street level. And we can just sort of kill everybody who's standing in the way. And then mosey on over to the left. Nope, that's a dead end. So actually, what I should have done is stayed where I was. A couple of Aether Shards. Kinda worth. Kinda. Not really. Okay, you guys need to stop following me. It's a little creepy, I'm not gonna lie. This is the one that I wanted, I think. I'm gonna act like it was, and then take credit when I guessed correctly. Yeah, that was the one I wanted. Good. All according to Kikaku. Alright, there we go. Accidentally blew that up just by existing in the area and getting hit. And everybody's dead. The other thing in this area, so I've already done the totem here, but there's another one kind of in here that I want to reveal, as it were. So to get to this one, you want to come into this particular house, kill all this. There can often be heroes just over here. So if you go across this bridge, sometime just here, you'll find ethereal vanguard type heroes there. But if you're just looking for the totem, you want to come down here, and it's going to be sort of right here. So I just came over here so I can see it, and we're done now. Actually, we can do that from the other side. Alright, turn some quests in. It's done, the wagons are destroyed. You're very welcome. Now we talk to Creed. What's our plan? I will actually join that attack. No problems. There we go, Malmouth resistance, and something just happened. Don't know what. I got another message. That might have been just the reputation game. Alright, what do we got here? Speak to Bysilla and retake the base. So, we're going to go and retake the base. So we just go outside here, turn the loot off, because there's going to be stuff everywhere. And start summoning the whirly boys. Because I'm going to need them. Also put the lifesteal totem down. I do use that a lot more than it might look like. It's just kind of hard to see it because of all the lightning and stuff going around. But I do actually use the Wendigo totem fairly regularly. Usually throw it at most bosses, most hero type monsters. There's level 90. You know what that means. It means it's time to go stock up on augments. Although having said that, I've already got max resistances, so I don't really need them. Alright, what do we get? Amarest and Sigil, Rifthound leather boots, a bunch of other stuff I'm going to end up selling. Windborne Greaves are not bad, actually. I think I'm going to wear those. Were they mythical? Probably not. They are. Ooh. Ooh. So these have got lightning damage on them, which I like. Defensive ability, which, 2 resistances, which is good. Slow resistance, also quite good. And then +2 to Raging Tempest and Thermite Mine. Both of those are my resistance shredding skills, so that's a bunch of extra damage. And then the Howling Wind is, yeah. Before I chuck these on, Primal Strike, 45.5 to basically 68. Let's just chuck these on. Now keep in mind, these are 12 lightning damage. So this is about 10% increased damage. Not quite. Let's say 7%. Just from putting those 3 Sky Shard powders on. That's pretty good. Okay, we don't have merchants out here just yet, and I'm actually going to end the episode here. But come back next time, and we'll finish off the city of Malmouth. However, like I said, that'll be all for this episode, so thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and goodbye for now.